I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. Isn't this a pretty springtime table runner? The one thing I like about this is that it's two-sided. So if one side gets dirty or you get a little bored with it, you also have another side. So let's get started. The amount of fabric you will need depends on how long and how wide you want to make your table runner. I'm going to make mine a short one, which is going to be about 40 inches long by about 13 inches wide. So all you would need if you were going to do one of that size is a half a yard. So a half a yard, you can make one up to 18 inches wide by 40 inches long. But let me show you here, if you want to make it longer, you would get your fabric and you would need up to 1 yard, again, depending on how wide you want to make it. So here is the folded edge, so when you buy it off of the bolt, it's folded with the selvage edges together. Always use the lines on your cutting mat and cut this edge straight. So align your fabric up on the lines on your cutting mat. And you would go over up to 18 inches. Remember, the width depends on you. And then do your first cut. And then go over one more time and straighten out this edge. So this would be your two pieces. And what you're going to do then is take those two pieces and bring two ends together and stitch about a 1/2 inch seam. Then press your seam open so you can make up to an 80-inch long table runner. So you're going to select two different fabrics and you'll buy the same amount of fabric for both pieces. These are the two fabrics that I'm going to use. You'll also need fusible interfacing, and I chose a lightweight fusible interfacing. And it doesn't matter which piece you fuse the interfacing on. The interfacing is mostly to keep the other fabric, for instance this print, from showing through to this print, and it also adds a little body to it. You can get the interfacing at Joann's, Hobby Lobby, even Walmart. So most fabric stores will sell it, and you can also get it online. So I fused it on the back side of this one. Just follow package instructions. And again, you'll need the same amount that you need for this piece here. This next step is an option. I chose to put ribbon trim across here, and I bought my ribbon at Walmart. It's very inexpensive there, and it's about 2-inch wide ribbon. So I put the plain white on this piece, and I use yellow with polka dots on this piece. Place it anywhere from 5.5 to 6.5 inches from this edge here. Bring your two fabrics, front sides together, and pin around all 4 edges. On one side, you're going to leave an opening large enough for your hand to go through. So here's where you would start, and this double pin is where you would stop stitching. Always backstitch at each side of your opening so it doesn't come apart when you turn the table runner front side out. So start here, stitch a 1/4 inch seam, go all the way around all 4 edges, stop here, and then backstitch. This next step is an option. I often will round the corners of my table runners and placemats. So if you have something round, it could be a lid to a jar, something about this size. This is about a 5-inch diameter circle. Take it, and here's my stitch lines right here. I'm just going to draw right on my fabric. When the edges of your circle template hit your seam line, then go ahead and draw a line connecting the seam here and here. Then at your sewing machine, just stitch right on top of that drawn line. Then when you're done, you would trim the excess off down to about a 1/4 inch wide seam. After you've trimmed the extra fabric off your edges, then you want to do little clips around the entire edge. Make sure you do not go through your stitch line. Here's the opening. There's one thing I like to do before turning it front side out, and that is fold your opening edges back and press it. This will make it much easier to close it up once you get it turned front side out. So go ahead, do that, and then reach inside, go to one end, and begin turning it front side out. Press the table runner edges really flat. Make sure you have it lined up really well. Then go ahead and place pins to hold your opening closed. And then you're going to stitch close to the edge around all 4 edges. Here's one side of the table runner. The one thing I liked about the colors I selected was this orange here is represented in the other fabric. So I'm going to turn it over so you can see the other side all done up. And there it is. Isn't that pretty? I really like this. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something new. Have a lot of fun going through the fabric stores, looking for fabrics that work well together. It's well worth your time. But also, if you have a big old stash of fabric, go through that too. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Also, if you're interested in other table runner projects or beginner projects, check below your YouTube screen for those video links. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time, and happy sewing! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button. Don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Don't forget to click on the bell. I'm Cheryl, and this is a lot of mayonnaise. See you next time, and happy sewing!